Okay, good afternoon. My name is Eve Zeller, and I'm a PhD in bioorganic chemistry, but also a raw vegan for 9 years. And yeah, today I'm presenting you the raw vegan lifestyle SOS free, so salt, oil, sugar free, because that's not necessary on this lifestyle or in this diet, because everything is so flavorful. So what does it mean raw? Raw means it's just as it is, like this. And then what I do with it, I only use tools like the high-speed blender, the food processor to chop it, a knife to chop it, okay? But I will not heat it above 115 degrees Fahrenheit. I might dehydrate as well as a raw vegan, but that's not what you eat every day. So definitely on this lifestyle, you primarily eat uncooked, unprocessed, or minimally processed foods. You don't have to be 100%. I like to be 100% raw because this is the most nutritious foods, because it's living food. Everyone agrees you have to have a lot of raw foods in your life, then you would feel best and are most healthy. I choose to just eat the best foods. So yeah, you don't have to definitely include a lot of raw foods in your diet. And yeah, so today we are going to talk about sprouting, and we're going to make hummus and raw. Well, hummus is actually chickpeas and sesame seeds. Okay, I'm also calling hummus if I use any other legumes like lentils or any other kind of seeds. So I have almonds here, which is like really different from the original hummus, but I'm still gonna call it hummus. So with sprouting, I have here 4 jars, and 2 of them are tinted, but that doesn't matter. Just it's just because I didn't have any other jars right now. But the first one has just dried lentils, and I would suggest if you are new to sprouting, you start with lentils, and they're just the regular brown lentils, green lentils. The only important thing here is that you make sure that they are whole and not split. Like split peas or anything split lentils will not sprout. They're dead pretty much. So they have to be whole to be able to sprout. So and then I only use 1 cup. 1 cup for 1 quart of mason jar. And because if you soak it in water and you let it sprout, it will be like this. So it will fill up the whole jar. So not more than this. I don't know if you can see it. That's kind of unfortunate. It's
if you put it in the lid, if you like sprinkle some into that lid.
You want to see the lentils?
The color of it.
Oh yeah, I can give this a run. I don't need this for my preparation, so I can just give this a run. Those are just regular dried lentils. So that's what you would need, and just 1 cup.
Is that like you buy in a plastic sack at Safeway?
Yeah, the one that you buy in bulk. And usually I never had any problems with sprouting lentils. Wherever I bought them, if it was organic or not organic, lentils and whole, they always sprouted, and very easily and safely. So if you're new to sprouting, definitely start with lentils.
Green or brown?
Green or brown, yeah.
What
The
about
red
red?
ones usually are split, so they won't sprout. If you find red that are not split, then they technically would also
As long as they're
sprout.
whole.
Yeah, as long as they're whole. But I didn't really try with the red lentils because they were always split. So green or brown lentils, even the black lentils, they will always sprout. I'm very sure wherever you bought them. But yeah, any other things also sprout, that like mung beans are kind of also easy to sprout. Mung beans, but definitely lentils you just find everywhere you go. So you can find lentils everywhere.
And what size jar is that?
That's a 1 quart.
1 cup
quart
of beans
or-
or 1 quart of jar?
1 cup. 1 cup of lentils for 1 quart. Yeah, so hopefully you can see it. It's just 1 cup here. And then what I do is I just pour water in, and I leave it. I can just pour water in this one. It's fine. I even have water here. I just pour water in those to the top. It doesn't really matter how much water, it's just important that it has enough water. Because if you put just a little bit of water, they expand and they don't have enough water. The ones on the top won't soak. Yes, you have a question?
I have a problem, if you have highly, a lot of chlorine in your water, you know, you live in a place where there's a lot of chlorine, will that inhibit the lentils from sprouting?
I don't think it will inhibit. It will inhibit if you make sauerkraut. This will definitely be not good.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think it will inhibit the sprouting because plants, they just grow. You also water your plants with chlorine water and they don't die.
That's true.
So it definitely probably won't affect the sprouting process, but I would not recommend it because some residue of the water will stay on their sprouts or maybe be absorbed or. So I definitely would use purified water, at least for the soaking process, and then just maybe you want to rinse them with regular water, but at least the soaking process I like to use clean water. Okay, so you have your 1 cup of lentils. You just put a lot of water on top, so they're all submerged, and then you leave it for 1 night, at least 8 hours, I would say. 1 night, 8 hours. Then, what you do, you need a sprouting lid. I was short on sprouting lids too, so. You need a sprouting lid, which is kind of like a mason jar lid, but it's stainless steel, and it has a strainer instead of a lid. So it has a strainer. And so you would put this on this jar. So after 1 night, we're here. Well, I already poured out the water actually. So you have this with your sprouting lid, and then you remove the water. Imagine there's water there. You remove the water through the strainer, and you also rinse it. You have to rinse it, wash it a couple of times, and then you leave it drained. So you can leave it upside down. There's more fancy sprouting equipment, but with lentils, it's really not that difficult. You just drain it a little bit until it's drained enough, and then just leave it on your counter.
How many times do you rinse?
Like 3 times, or you see the water at first, it's a little bit brown, and then you just rinse maybe 3 times, 4 times, as much as you like. And then you leave it drained.
Any reason for the different colors?
No, there's no reason for the different colors. Just the reason is I ran out of the white jars.
So it doesn't affect any sprouting?
No, not at all, no. They don't need light for sprouting,
But do they need dark?
but also they don't need really dark. So not direct, I wouldn't do direct sunlight, but yeah, it doesn't need to be in the dark, it doesn't need to be in the light. So they're really, really simple. So day 2, we were day 2. So after the night, we are here, and then you have to repeat the washing process 2 times a day. 2 times a day, you repeat the rinsing, and that's pretty much all. And then you wait till they grow. You just wait. You don't have to wash them. You just have to only rinse them twice a day and wait. And then the 3rd day, they're already as big as here, so they already got the little tails out. On this day, they're already edible, actually. They're already pretty good, edible and nice, but you can also leave them another day. So those are, so there's overnight is 1 day, 2 days, 3 days. That was 1, 2, 3, yes. Yeah, so at this stage, definitely usable, but this stage as well. After this stage, they will develop so probably tomorrow they will develop little leaves. Still edible, but not my favorite. But it depends on you, what stage you like them best. So you can just try this out. So after 2 days, they are already edible. So just 1 night soaking, 1 day leaving it, and then you can eat them.
How long will the they keep before they go back?
So you have this all on your counter. If you think like, oh, they're already big enough, I don't want to eat them, or at this stage too, I don't want to eat them bigger than this, then you just put them in the fridge. And this will slow down the growth. And they will keep in the fridge at least, well, you could also rinse them every day, at least once, and then at least they will keep a week. But you would probably eat that faster than it will spoil. So as long as you rinse it twice a day, or if you keep it in the fridge at least every other day, then it will not spoil.
So you can eat them on day 2 or not?
Yes. On day 2,
It's
yes.
day 3, right?
No.
Well, this is the start. This is the start. Number 1 is the start. This is overnight.
So in other words, those 3 you can eat any of those 3.
Let me do it like this, like this. This is after 2
I'm
days.
sorry, I'm easily confused. So okay, now I get it. So you can
Okay,
eat, you
let's
can
do
eat
it like
any,
that.
you can eat 1, 2, or 3.
No.
2 or 3.
Okay.
Well, I mean, yeah, no, I wouldn't eat those here. No, I don't think they're tasty. They might also even have the lectins and the enzymes that are phytic acid that are a little bit more irritating for your digestion. So the longer you sprout, the more benefits and more digestible they are.
Is it that we have to wait till the tails come out?
Yeah, if you see some tail, then yes, yeah.
Then you can eat them.
Yeah, but it doesn't really take much. I mean, this is already after 2 days. Yeah, but the first day is really soaking in a lot of water. And then after 1 night, or 8 hours at least, then you would leave them drained. But first you have to soak them in water. Any questions for this? Yeah, so it's very, very easy. You just need a mason jar and a sprouting lid. If you don't have a sprouting lid, and you just want to do it, you can, or you don't even have a mason jar and you just have this, just a container and a strainer, you can do that too. You don't have to have a sprouting lid for this. You can use just any container, and then you just soak it in water and you just drain it like this. So that's possible. Because I mean, I'm not really super fancy with all of this, so you don't even have to buy anything to get started already. You just have to have dried lentils, and most people have that. Any more questions? Yeah?
So do different types of beans take different times? I would assume they do. Do garbanzo
Yes.
beans take longer?
That could be, yes. Mung beans and lentils are pretty similar, I think. They could take a little bit longer, yes. But I think after the 3rd day, they should be edible already, yeah. But that can vary. For example, sesame, if you get really truly raw sesame for sprouting, they take a long time. They can take up to 4 days until you see any. But sesame, I don't really want to have them sprouted. Just like almonds as well. I just soak them overnight. Like at this stage, I use them at this stage after 1 day already. With any kinds of seeds. You said sesame seeds, yes, I have some that sprout, but they get also a little bit bitter. The flavor also changes, so.
You can sprout almonds?
I
I did not know that.
Not really.
You just soak them.
Yes, there are more soaps. Some, you can sprout sunflower seeds,
Yes.
but they sprout more beautiful if they have the shell. Then you get the greens. Yeah, usually with seeds, I just soak them overnight and then using them in this stage. And that's what I do with the almonds as well, because I like to activate any seeds. So to wash away the enzymes that are not beneficial for our digestion, like the lectins or phytic acid here in almonds. So, and then you also soak them over in water like this, and then rinse them. Wash them, rinse them. Yeah. So you don't want to drink or eat the water from the nuts and seeds, because It's really dark and it has all the natural preservatives that keeps the seeds preserved, right, over time. Okay, so we have our sprouts, and then we are using our high-speed blender to make the hummus. Maybe I'll start. Yeah, I think I start with this. I also have fruits because on this diet most of my calories come from fruit, so we'll make something with fruit. These days, like January and February are, once the persimmon season is over, it's a little bit difficult with fruit, so you may rely more on grocery fruits, but that's okay. So you can just explore a little bit more exotic fruits like papaya, dragon fruit, or mango. And then if fruits are not super quality, I mean, we do with the best we can. Even if the food is not super quality, then it's what we have. But we can also make the fruit sweeter with dates, so that's always good. So I also have dates here. Yeah, our world is not perfect. The food sometimes is not super perfect, but it's definitely better than eat this, or something that's maybe not that high quality, like unripe fruit, and you just sweeten it more with dates, than to eat anything high quality out of a package, organic, whatever it is. Out of a package is always bad. So it's always processed, which creates chemicals in your food. It doesn't matter how high quality that food was, if you process it, then it creates chemicals. So same as freezing. I don't like frozen food too much. It just takes away the life force. So anyway, so I'll start with the hummus. And I've never made it with almonds actually, but we'll see. For that, you just take the 3 days old lentils, these sprouts here. Yeah, you can see the tail is about 1/2 inch long already. And the leaves are just about to come out. So tomorrow definitely they would have little leaves.
Can you eat it with the leaves?
Yes. Just like pea sprouts or pea shoots, you just leave them, or microgreens as well. But I don't really like them too much if they have leaves. So
Like, what don't you like about it?
I just leave a few here so you can see.
What don't you like about it when they have leaves?
Well, they get a little bit more fibrous. And less beany. So I still like to have them more beany than a microgreen, or some salad kind of thing. So the more they grow, the more you have a plant and less a seed, right? Yeah, I want more of the seed stuff and less of the greens.
So like the taste and the texture?
Texture and taste probably, well, the taste, yeah, I've never really eaten them with too many leaves.
It just seems like a lot. I can't imagine eating all that before it starts to sprout more. It seems like a lot of
but
beans.
you can leave them in the fridge.
Oh, in the fridge, right?
Yeah, in the fridge, it will pretty much stop the growing process, or really make it very, very slow. And then they pretty much stay at this stage. But what I usually do, I just process them into hummus, and then of course they won't grow anymore. And then the hummus will keep you like at least 3 days good in the fridge. So, and then I soaked about 1.5 cups of this, and I'll keep a little bit of almonds for a dressing.
How long do you soak it
Overnight. So just like this. Overnight soaking in water like these lentils, and then I use the almonds at day 1. After day 1, yeah. So I'm just gonna use half of it. It would be maybe less than a cup, but that doesn't really matter too much. You can use up to a cup, I would say, or half a cup. Actually, half a cup of seeds, I would say. It really depends how creamy you want, and the seeds are all a little bit different. And what else is important? Definitely lemon juice, especially for hummus. Anything with sprouts to get, more the raw sproutiness. I mean the taste of the leaves maybe, or with lemon. I don't know how to describe it, but sprouts sometimes have that flavor. So lemon is really important anyway because we don't use any salt.
You see lemon,
Lemon always
you're
gives
cutting
a
up an
flavor.
orange and a lemon.
Huh?
You're cutting up a lemon and an orange.
No, that's both lemon.
Oh,
Pretty
look
sure
at
those-
orange. Oh, I see.
Those are Maya lemons. They're in season right now, and they're really, really good. And I'm pretty sure there is a lemon as well, just a little bit orange on the outside.
Is that the ones you see on the bushes everywhere around?
The lemons, yes,
Meyer.
the Maya lemons, yes. We are very fortunate that we have them on the bushes, yeah. Because you can't really buy them in the stores because they have a softer peel.
Two lemons?
And 1.5 or 2 lemons. It depends also on the acidity of the lemon. And on your taste. It depends on your taste. I would start with 1.5 lemon, but usually I do need a lot of lemon for this. And so that's pretty much the base ingredients is the sprouts, any kinds of seeds. I like it with sunflower seeds as well. And lemon juice. And then maybe a little bit of water for blending, and that would be your hummus already. What I like to do for flavor is, however, to add a few bell peppers. And I'm taking yellow bell peppers because they will make a better color maybe, but you can also use red bell peppers. And for the color, maybe I'll choose the yellow one. And then it gives also a nice flavor. But you can also add tomato or anything like that. And then we could add herbs as well.
Were there seeds in that?
The sprouts, the lentil sprouts, and almonds.
Yeah.
What other seeds?
No, just as since you cut the bell pepper fresh, I was wondering if there was.
Did you include the
in it.
seeds from the pepper?
No, I removed the seeds. Yeah, I removed the seeds of the bell pepper.
Before you cut it?
No, after I cut it in half, then removed the seeds, and then I cut it.
Oh, I didn't see it.
Maybe you can see it here, maybe. Okay, so I'm gonna blend this up. I try without water right now. I also have a blender with a temper, but we might have to add a little bit of water. Okay, it's gonna be loud now. Too much water because I want to keep it thick. Just do a little bit water at a time. Be careful with the blender to not blend it too much or too long at once because you can make a hot soup with this. Keep it thick but also be able to blend it really smooth so everything's nice and smooth. So I do a little bit more water.
So you don't like it if it gets, if you're doing soups, you won't like it if it gets warm in there?
Warm,
Yeah.
sure, but not hot.
It's not gonna get hot in there, it's just gonna get warm, right?
No, it can get boiling hot.
Are you kidding?
Yeah. So it can get boiling hot if you keep it blending for a while. You can even boil something in there. Yeah, it gets really, really hot, so always be careful. I mean, with this, probably you would have taken some time to get it hot. Okay, that is the hummus. I want to try this. So if you don't have a temper, you might want to add a little bit more water so you're able to process it. They taste pretty good actually already. Yeah, the lemon juice. I mean, you can add a little bit more lemon juice. Kind of tastes definitely not unsalty. And I did not add any other flavors than the bell pepper. I just keep it plain for now. But you could add lemon zest, you could add scallions, you could add garlic. If you don't care, I mean, I don't use smoked paprika, but if you want to use that, I mean, that's up to you. So any flavor that you like. I don't have the spatula. But this is really, really thick and creamy. Yeah, I really like that with almonds. I've never made it with almonds. That's the first time I made this with almonds. But technically, any kinds of creamy seeds, like sunflower seeds, hemp seeds, walnuts. I've never made it with walnuts either. Anything creamy.
Cashews?
Cashews, of course, yeah.
So what do you like best? What do you like best?
What kind of seed? I usually always use sunflower seeds. Pumpkin seeds you could also use. I usually like sunflower seeds, but I have to say I really like almonds now. I might do it again with the almonds actually. If you have a spatula at home, especially a little one, very thin one, I do have, or just like a plastic butter knife, like a really thin spatula would be perfect to get everything out here, out of your blender. Better than the big spatulas, I think. But if you have a better way, definitely with a spoon is not so great.
Do you use spices, or would you add any spices?
Yes, as I said, yes, spices. I left it plain here, but you could add any kind of spices that you like. Garlic, scallions, lemon zest, maybe. Anything that goes with hummus, any flavor with hummus, and then it's really up to you.
Cumin?
Cumin, of course, yes, definitely. Cumin is really good. Coriander maybe, or cilantro. Even mint, whatever you really prefer. I mean, you can tomorrow make this kind of hummus with this kind of flavor, and tomorrow we make the same hummus with a different flavor.
Turmeric?
Turmeric, yes, I even have turmeric here. Basil, yes.
Yeah, so you can mix it up.
Yeah, totally. This is just the base. I didn't edit the bell pepper. You can leave out the bell pepper. Instead, just use more water. You don't have to add bell pepper. What is definitely important is the sprouts, of course, because we want to make a hummus. The sprouts are important. any kind of seeds for the creaminess. I mean, there's people that also do hummus without any kind of seeds and instead use zucchini. That's a different way, but I like creamy, so any kind of seeds, the sprout, and lemon juice.
What, do you ever
That's the
use-
base.
Do you ever use just tahini, which is traditional tahini?
Tahini, of course. Yes, sesame.
Right.
You can also use sesame as well here.
Have you ever used any other kinds of sprouts, like broccoli?
Yes, I did use the chickpeas, sprouted chickpeas, but I didn't tell you yet because they are sometimes tricky to sprout. You have to have a really, really good batch of the dried chickpeas, and they have to be sproutable. A lot of chickpeas that you buy in the store are somehow treated and they don't sprout. So if you're new to this, definitely start with something easy. Like lentils are easy, mung beans are also easy to sprout, and I also use them for hummus. Yeah, any kind of legumes really that you sprout, anything sprouted.
Experiment.
Yes, experiment. It can be unhealthy, okay? If it doesn't taste good, it's definitely healthy and you can still eat it. Okay, so I still have some residue in here, but let's just make a dressing as well. And how I do my dressing is kind of similar like this, except I don't use any sprouts here. I'm using any kind of seeds, and we still have almonds left, so those are probably 1/2 of a cup almonds or a little bit more.
And how long have those been soaked in water?
One night, just like the lentils, one night in water, and then washed and rinsed like the lentils. When that at this stage, I use the almonds on any kind of seed really, because I don't really like to sprout my seeds too much, unless I want microgreens. Yeah, but usually the seeds, nuts, I just sprout for one night. I soak overnight and then I use them right away. Okay, we have the rest of the almonds. And of course we need lemon juice again. Because, yeah, and a dressing, kind of similar base. It's just seeds and lemon. Lemon is really your friend, unless you like vinegar, but I usually like lemon, but you could use vinegar as well. Anything acidic really for a dressing, of course. Oops. I guess we also use 1.5 lemons. Oopsie. Careful in the first row. I should have warned you.
It's okay. We all have glasses on.
Okay.
About how much seeds did you use?
So in total I used 1.5 cup of almonds. So, and then half of it I used for the soya. Around 1/2 of a cup for both.
So
Or a little bit more.
3/4, okay.
Or 3/4, yeah, a little bit more. 1/2 till 3/4 or. But it really doesn't really matter. It only matters how much you want to make of this. So we have the almonds, that's pretty much it. And then we will add some herbs, and I think we'll make a scallion basil dressing. Scallion and basil. Almonds and basil just go so well together. I also like to make an almond cheese, which I do similar like this. I just use less water. You know, and then you have the almond cheese. Everything here is so simple. You don't even need me here actually to tell you that, but
Oh, we like it.
okay. Yeah, everything is super simple. It's already ridiculous. Also, if I don't have time to prepare, my food is already edible. It's not that I have to prepare this here, you know, which is also, it sounds really simple, but for a brain it's really sometimes difficult to grasp. we don't, with this raw vegan food is edible as it is, and for your body it doesn't make any difference. If I would eat the almonds as they are, a few almonds, then the bell pepper, then the sprouts, I eat them as they are, just scoop them up. So if I don't have time to prepare, I don't have to spend the time. So I have a few scallions here, using the green of the scallions, but you can use all of it. Yeah, the white part is just a little bit stronger. You can also plant them and then harvest the greens again. And then I'll use just water. Just a little bit of water. There.
And I'm assuming you didn't become raw vegan overnight, right?
Well, I always like to eat a lot of raw foods. And gradually I was eating healthier. And then, yeah, at one time I started water fasting for a little bit, just experimenting with it. And then overnight I was raw, yeah. I kept being, I stayed being raw. Let me just blend this a little bit.
Is that because you felt so much better?
Yes.
See steam coming.
It's not, it looks like steam, but I think it's more like water vapor. It's not hot. So it's not steam, it's just water vapor in the air, you know, if you ruffle something up. It wasn't steam, it's not hot. I use a little bit less water, especially with blenders that are not really high efficient. You want to keep it less water and less volume to just make it creamy first, and then add a little bit more water. Yeah. So I'll put a little bit more water. So it's up to you what consistency you like. I was looking for the water here. Okay, then I add a little bit more water, and I'm also adding my herbs that I didn't put in while I was making it creamy. You could then, but then it will be all green. I want to just chop them in the blender. So I'm using the lower speed on the high speed blender. The lower speed, so that my greens are not really blended in smoothly. So I just chop them in more. So maybe like speed 2 or something. So you can have because if I would have put them in first, they would be all really green, and this way they're a little bit more chopped. And now you have a really nice creamy dressing. I want to put this in here probably. And this is how easy you make a dressing. Just seeds, lemon juice, water, and some herbs. And that's so easy. I mean, I barely show this because I thought everyone knows about it, but then people keep asking me, how do you make dressing? And I was like, what do you mean? This is like the easiest thing. Oh, whatever. Sometimes easy things are so difficult. Most of the easy things are difficult. That's just a paradox almost. Probably figuring out the meaning of life is also so easy, you know. But then
We just complicated it, right?
finding it is the hard part.
We just complicated it.
Yeah, we complicate everything. All right, this is your dressing. It's still very thick. I do like to keep my dressing thick because everything else has so much water, it will thin it out a little bit more. So this is like a little bit high calorie right here, very high calories. If you feel like I don't want to eat that many calories, I don't recommend it because on this lifestyle you have to eat calories, and it's good to eat calories, but This is a little bit high fat, okay? Well, high fat not necessarily. I only used half a cup to 3/4 of a cup for each. Just be aware how much you want to eat of this. But you can also make a nice dressing. I have also my food chopper here. We still have some time. The food chopper or a food processor, it just chops it up a little bit. So I like to make, if I don't have any dried tomatoes, most people like to make tomato sauce with dried tomatoes. If I don't have dried tomatoes, I just use the food processor because it doesn't blend it up very smooth. So it keeps the water in the vegetables a little bit more, so it doesn't get so liquid.
What do you
I don't know
mean
if you know
dry
what I mean.
tomatoes? Sorry, what do you mean dry tomatoes? Like,
Yeah, dried tomatoes for tomato sauce. So I'm gonna make, okay, I started in the beginning. I'm gonna make a kind of bell peppers, tomato-based sauce or dressing. But the tomato sauce is a little bit thicker. So usually on a raw diet, they use tomatoes and dried tomatoes to make
You
it
mean
thick.
sun-dried tomatoes?
Yeah, sun-dried
or
tomatoes.
dehydrated tomatoes.
Yeah, dehydrated tomatoes.
I just never heard anybody call it a dry tomato.
Dried tomatoes.
Dry, like
Okay.
okay, you have a raw tomato, right? Is that a dry tomato?
Dehydrated tomato, like a sun-dried.
Sun-dried tomatoes is what you mean.
Sun-dried tomatoes. You can also call it sun-dried tomatoes. They are dried tomatoes. They're
Like the
dried.
water is there's no less water in it.
They're pretty much out of water.
Yeah.
They're pretty dry. That's why I said dried tomatoes. Yeah, dehydrated tomatoes, sun-dried tomatoes. So that's how usually you make a raw tomato sauce because you don't cook it and reduce the water. So you have to mix it with something that has no water. So with the tomato with water and the tomato with no water makes tomato with less water, so to speak, right? But I don't have always dried tomatoes. They're expensive. I make my own dried tomatoes, but it's a lot of work and it takes a lot of tomatoes. So what I use instead of dried tomatoes and still make a nice tomato sauce, I use the food chopper because it doesn't take all. If you blend something really smooth and the vegetables and you get all the water out, it will be really liquid. If you chop it up, it will be more chunky and more thicker. Yeah, that's the idea. That's why I like to use the food processor. And I'm using also bell peppers. Have less water. Can even use another one. Yeah, I don't like the seeds of the bell pepper. Yeah, I always remove them. And the greens, of course, they are toxic. They have the solanine.
What did you say was toxic?
The green here of the bell pepper uses a nightshade. Bell peppers, tomatoes, the green is toxic. It has the solanine.
Bell
Still-
pepper's nightshade, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a nightshade. Let's just take all of them. Why not?
So the 3 peppers?
Yeah, 3 peppers, but it doesn't really matter too much.
Okay.
And then I have a few cherry tomatoes. I wanted to make a tomato sauce and I have more bell peppers. It can be a bell pepper sauce too. Maybe half of the cherry tomatoes. Then what really tastes also good, if you have, because you want the calories no matter what, if you don't use fat for your calories, which is also not recommended to rely on fat, definitely rely on sugar here on this diet. So dates, if you want to have a fat-free dressing or sauce, still having the calories, then use something sweet like dates. These are really nice medjool dates, very soft. You get them from the farm directly. You can purchase them online. Whole Foods has really nice dates as well. From the farm, like the Del Real, it's the only ones. Yeah, they need to be soft.
3 dates.
3 dates, yeah. Maybe 2 dates. I was not thinking. Thank you for asking. Otherwise, I'm just doing something I don't know. So we have this. We have some cilantro here, and we have ginger. Let's make it a little bit more exotic, like a bell pepper sauce. Ginger, and I have turmeric too. Maybe half of this turmeric. organic turmeric, I just wash it really well and use the peel. I don't know if this is organic though, I didn't say, so I'm just gonna peel it. But I do like to leave on the peel, especially for root vegetables. You have your natural B12 if the soil was healthy. Yeah, I do like root vegetables for that, and keep the peel on there if they're organic. If not, you can just peel it. I'm not sure if this is organic. Okay, and I have ginger. And as I said, I'm just giving you an idea, and you're using the flavors that you want. You could add here garlic as well, or chili. So that doesn't really matter too much. And then the cilantro. And we can pretty much add everything at once because this is a food processor, so it will all be chopped. Cilantro has usually cilantro has soft stems. This one seems to have a little bit thicker stems, so be careful with the stems. You don't want it too fibrous. That is a lot of stems there.
So how thick is too fibrous?
You can chew it as it is. I would not process it. So anything that you can't eat in the raw, unprocessed form should not go in the blender or the food processor. If you have any problems and it's just too chewy and you can't eat it, then
Cause it will wind up.
not only that, you could process it technically, but it's also not good to eat it, even if it's blended by the blender, because it's just too much fiber. So there's a risk that it will get stuck in your stomach and lead to a constipation or something, or a reservoir or something serious. Yeah, you don't want to eat too much fiber that you process with the blender. So this is not for making things edible. The tools are only there to have some fun, but not to make this edible. So it's already edible, and nothing else should go in there to make it edible. Yeah, you will also, since I only chopped this, you will also feel that, okay, there's a little bit too much fiber in there. Hello, no worries. Okay. Yes, this is good enough. Oh, I forgot, this is a very old food processor, and I just loaded it full, so we'll see how that goes. Usually mine I can't just load up full. I have a food chopper. That over was too big. And the ginger. Might also leave the lemon juice out because we have sweetness in here, which also gives a lot of flavor. Sweetness or acidity is the flavor. Okay, now we have, are we out of, I should have, there. Yeah, so that would be our fat-free dressing. Still calories. Not much calories because I only put 2 dates in there.
And what would you eat that on?
On anything really? Well, you could, on a salad. I have a salad right here. You can also mix it with the hummus as well. This would be a salad dressing or a sauce. I do have some greens here. So usually I eat this amount of greens and add some cucumbers maybe or something else. Yeah, I still have the fruit here. I still have some time actually. That's a lot of food. I'm actually already hungry. I actually want to stop this already. Oh, I do have another bowl in here. What do you want to say?
You can hold this now.
Oh, this one? You don't need this anymore? I want you to see the sprouts as well. Maybe if you...
How long would you keep your sauces in the fridge?
3 days, really. Maybe. And then, yeah, eat it with a salad. So I have a salad here. The hummus, you could also plate it on a lettuce. These over here.
Less dishes to wash. Less dishes to wash because everything's pretty clean. It's just.
Oh yeah, yeah, definitely. This is all fat-free and really, yeah, you can plate it on a lettuce as well. And yeah, your hummus, and even this would probably do good together. Eat it like this. It's just an idea. Or if you have some carrot sticks, I didn't make any carrot sticks or anything, or dehydrated crackers. Or just lettuce.
Cucumber sticks.
Cucumber sticks, yeah. And I would say, that's why it's good the dog is not in the first row. I think it would probably be good together. So we get good together like this. Anyway, doesn't really look that great, honestly, but spread it all on there. Add some more vegetables. It doesn't really look good. Okay, don't look at it.
Looks delicious.
Looks good.
Beautiful.
Yeah, just an idea, but usually I just eat a lot of salad. I put my hummus on there. I might make some cucumber sticks as well. Cucumber sticks are really great. For that, I just cut it like this. Just remove the ends, cut it in half, make it stand like this, and then just cut slices. This. Yeah, and they're really great, also for guacamole or anything else like that.
How do you I did raw vegan for 10 days some time ago, and I was just so hungry all the time. And
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You have to eat the calories. You think like, oh, this has too much this and that, too many dates, too many fruit.
I wanted to eat a lot of nuts and seeds.
You did eat a lot of nuts and seeds?
Because that's the only thing that would make me
Oh,
feel
okay,
full,
yeah.
but too much.
Because you weren't focused on the sugar, maybe?
Maybe.
So I am focused on the sugar. Everyone says don't eat too much sugar, but it doesn't count for fruit. But this, you have to think differently.
If you're
This
not eating
fruit sugar is good.
And you
Because-
have fiber in it.
Huh?
And you have fiber in the whole fruit.
Yeah, but the fiber, you have the fiber in the whole food. And this is pretty much the sugar in the fruit is the best fuel source. It is the best fuel source for us. Why would you replace fruit sugar for a starchy potato, a starch, which is also sugar? It is metabolized in the body as sugar. So it doesn't really make sense. And with the fruit, you have the fiber, you have the vitamins, you have the vitamin C. Yeah. On the raw vegan diet, you have to eat a lot of fruit. This is your main calorie source because you don't want to have a high-fat diet. It makes you sluggish. It makes you actually hungry because your body needs carbohydrates. And on a raw diet, you don't eat fruits, you do not have any carbohydrates from anything else. Because you don't eat potatoes or anything, right? So then you eat the nuts and seeds and they have more fat.
And avocado, eating too much avocado.
Yeah, avocado also same like nuts and seeds has a lot of fat, less carbohydrates. So you need the simple carbohydrates from the fruit.
So just that's the answer to me feeling
Pretty
full,
much,
is
yeah.
A lot of fruit.
Yes, yeah, this is the number one rule on this. If you want to be 100%, you don't have to be 100%, but if you want to be 100%, that's the number one rule. You have to eat primarily fruit. So today I only had, till now I pretty much only had fruit. And then I will have my salad later. And then I will have more fruit.
How much fruit did you have today?
I had a bunch of grapes and I had 6 persimmons or so. And a pomegranate and more dates.
Okay.
So,
Is there a limit to how many dates you would recommend per day?
no, just like how much you like. I usually don't, I mean, there's days where I eat a lot of dates. There's days where I don't want to eat a lot of dates. So, I
They're
wouldn't.
really high in sugar, right?
Yes, they're high in sugar, which is good. Yeah, you need the sugar.
Because it's the right kind.
It's the right kind, and it also is in the right package. Yes,
So
it really makes a huge difference. It's scientifically proven substances have different effects on the body if they are isolated or if they come with another substance together. So they act also synergistically. With the fruit sugar, it gets digested slower with the fiber, but there could be also other compounds in the food that makes it just better. This is very, very complicated. The body isn't that easy to understand like a machine. So
you don't eat any starches or potatoes?
yeah, I don't know.
Avocado as a fruit would be
Oh,
good.
yeah.
Starches, no, what?
Avocado.
Avocado has more fat. Starches, you were asking for starches.
So what is energy?
Huh?
Oh yeah, I know we don't do fat here.
Well, I do fat from Whole Foods. Yeah, I do avocado, but you asked for starch.
No, I know you don't combine it with it, but if you have a meal, do you have any potatoes?
No, you have to eat some of the fruit.
Yeah, so I just cut a mango here.
I've heard that. Well, she was telling me avocado was a nut.
No, it's a fruit. So I have the avocado here. Not the avocado, the mango. And I have a nice papaya. So January, February are the months where I usually get more exotic foods. As the persimmon season over, then it will be, well, oranges. I will eat a lot of oranges. I will eat a lot of bananas. But then to get some more variety, I'll just go and get some more exotic fruits that are not local. Usually I can survive really, really local here, especially North California. But yeah.
Where to get, it's hard to get papayas these days.
These days they are coming in season, so I think this is.
But I mean, it's just hard to get them in Ohio, whether it's in season or not. I think they've been.
Are you buying organic or not organic papaya?
Well, I can't always find organic, but I've read that they're all GMO'd now.
No, the Mexico ones are good. The problem with organic papaya, unfortunately, is that they are not really ripe, so the quality isn't that great. So I usually get whatever is in high quality, and if it's not available, especially with exotic fruits, it's not available in organic, then I will get it conventional. Especially with exotic fruits, yeah, it's okay. And the papaya also have a peel, so yeah, I do not get any papaya in organic. This is impossible. I will not buy them because they're very green and just not edible. So what's the point of buying them organic, right?
How can you tell when a papaya is ripe?
I could not really tell with this one because it was kind of hard outside. So I usually, yellow is a good sign. Then some softness, but this one is really hard. So I had to ask the kitchen, is this a good papaya? And they said yes, because they already tried it before. So something is a trial and error, but usually with papaya it has some softness. Yeah, and this one maybe I would have put it on the counter and leave it a little bit longer for a few days so I feel the softness. But it is actually a good papaya, so they were right. But it didn't feel like it. It's pretty hard on the outside. I still don't know how it tastes, if it's sweet. Also, same with the mango. That's the problem if you get grocery store produce sometimes it's not sweet. But I have my best friends here too. The dates. The medjool dates, and I like to just add them to my fruits if they're not sweet enough. I mean, what should we do? We do the best we can. And it doesn't have to be perfect. You know, it's still more perfect than most people's diet, I think.
Oh, this is to me the height of healthy eating. I don't know how you can get any healthier.
Yeah, I don't know either. Well, you could if you live in the tropics and you have it all from the trees, tree ripe, right? Yeah. So that would be better, but.
Did you say how long you've been raw?
9 years.
Okay.
Do you
Yeah.
like Doug Graham? What are your opinions on Doug Graham? Like any do you disagree with anything he says, or it seems like you follow him? Because I read his book, 80-20.
Well, he is kind of on this diet, so that's like it's also oil free. So I'm already at the end right now because it's already. I have still a dragon fruit here, but I can cut it up too. So it's basically just a fruit salad again, but it will taste a little bit better if you added some dates for the sweetness, especially if the fruits are not sweet enough. So and I usually eat this or double the size for breakfast. So yeah. So it needs to be a lot of fruit on the side. Anyway, so I'm gonna answer your question, Doug Graham. Okay, I'm gonna answer the question later. I just wanna finish this here because we're already over time. And I'm gonna try this for you first. Let me just cut these. And then, if you are not water fasting, then you can come up here. I only have one plate left, but you can get more plates.
Could you cut it into like maybe smaller pieces, like the lettuce? You know.
I can make more. Okay.
Okay.
So I wanna also try this here. I gotta try it for you real quick, and also for the people who were watching.
And you're hungry. You said you're hungry.
Wow. Okay, I'm just gonna try this one, but I just put together. Really good. Well, I did try the hummus already. It's plain but flavorful, very creamy. Still very beany. This has the sweetness and the bell pepper, cilantro. The basil dressing. Yeah, the basil dressing is really good. It's just very simple. It's creamy. It has acidity, and it tastes like basil and scallions.
So that last piece of fruit there, is that a dragon fruit? What is that?
It's a dragon fruit, yeah. Probably white.
And 80-20 is 81.
I think you explained 80-20,
So
right?
you just scoop out the insides?
I don't want to see it.
Um,
I read the
I'm
book.
not familiar with that.
I just want to see it, but I'm not avoiding your question.
So you can either scoop it out. You can eat it as it's like a kiwi.
I'm not.
You can eat it as a kiwi, like a kiwi, or you can also half it again, or quarter it, and then get it out like from an avocado, and then slice it.
And might you put that in your fruit salad?
Yeah,
Is that right?
and I put it in the fruit salad.
Is it right?
I'm not sure. Yes, well, it seems like it. I still don't know if it's sweet. It was in the fridge. I wouldn't keep it in the fridge maybe, but unless it was ripe. It also felt a little bit hard from the outside. I mean, I had the best dragon fruit in Panama, and it was so sweet. Yeah,
From
you
the
never
tree?
know. Well, but we do have dates here, so it's not sweet enough.
So, do you remember what 80-20 was 80 what? 80%.
Fruit.
It was 80-10-10.
Oh, 80-10-10, that just means 80% carbohydrates, 10% fat, and 10% protein. Just the macros, but I don't count. And for women, could be a little bit more fat. I think I probably eat more like 20% fat, and then maybe 5 to 7% protein.
Was it right?
Yeah, it tastes really good. I had a date in there too. That works. It works for the date, no matter what. It is sweet.
So might you put raisins in there?
Raisins, you can put raisins, yes. Definitely raisins. Any dried food makes it more sweet. Okay, I already went over time. I'm so sorry. Thank you very much. And if you want to try it, then you, I make a lot of food, so you better are hungry.
Do you have a book out or anything like that?
I have my email list there. If you want to put your email there, and I can send you a free guide about being raw vegan.
Okay.
And I do have some ebooks on PayHip, but all the links will be also in there.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you very much. Then I'll answer the question.
Oh, you just posted them?
Yeah, I did use both of them. So if you can get some bowls. Anyone? Are you water fasting?
I just finished, so I'll definitely try.
Okay. I got a lot of
You
things.
need to get rolls, I guess. Good stuff, huh?
Maybe do you need a friend?
Yes, thank you.
I'm really curious about the cake, because I tried to.
I didn't answer. Oh, she's over there.
That's amazing.
I just ate it.
I wish I could taste.
You can smell it if you want. I think the dressing is really good, but it's just so simple.
much in such a small period of time.
Do you have a blender and
Makes me
a,
feel so dorky.
do you recommend
Oh, I
separate
can't eat it. It's too
or
much.
the same device?
Usually come separate. You could chop a little bit this one, but it's a little bit harder to chop things, especially if you do cauliflower rice. So I like both. If I would choose one, I probably would choose this one. Because I like cauliflower rice. I mean, you could make cauliflower rice in here too. But this one is very cheap. This is, I mean, a food cost is a food shop where you can get for $30, $40.
Can you just sign this?
Yeah, did it answer your question, Doc Ram? So this is kind of the style, but I don't count that I have definitely 10% fat. I usually am going over a little bit with fat. I think I'm doing like more 20%.
It means he just wants fuller fillers.
And I don't really follow everything. I don't do food combining, so if you don't tolerate some combinations in foods, then don't do it. But I don't do any food combining, there's no science behind it, so it's all individual. I mean, I don't combine dates and sprouts, really, I don't know. that kind of sounds weird to eat, but if anyone doesn't have any problem with it, then I might as well eat it together. So. There's not really a lot of science about that. Definitely, I like bananas and citrus, which according to the food combining gurus, it's not a good combination, but I love that combination.
How many bananas? I feel like bananas are the easiest and most delicious way to get your calories.
Oh yes.
How many bananas do you typically get a day?
If I don't have, yes, a lot of. If I don't have any, yeah, well, it depends. If I exercise a lot, I do eat a lot of bananas, and I eat 5 to 10 bananas a day. But it depends really. I mean, now that I had a lot of persimmons, they also have a lot of calories, so I eat a little bit less bananas.
It affects us. My
It's
husband
also a
was
little
big
bit
guy.
more. You can also have more of these leaves if you want.
I can't taste it.
I love that. I love that.
Okay, well, cheers.
If he's not happy with something, he'll go down to his sister's.
Yeah, it's very easy. I mean, I didn't do much to the food, and that's another secret. I mean, the food already tastes good. If you get high quality food, they usually are tasty. Oh, thank you. And then don't do much with it, you know. This has very little ingredient, but of course you can add more spices.
But so how on a typical day, are you just mostly, this did take a little bit of time, and on a typical day, are you eating just mostly things in their raw state plus the sprouted? I mean, I know not raw. I mean, not just no processing.
Oh, no processing.
Or do you take the time to make the hummus and because it takes you time?
I haven't done hummus. I usually do the dressing is pretty quick. Yeah, dressing is pretty quick. Hummus, I haven't really done hummus. Sometimes I just put the sprouts in my salad as well. And it usually is really quick. With the fruit salad too, it's just peeling it and pretty much putting it in a bowl. Especially with the persimmons, I kind of put them whole in a bowl, and it was really easy. So it's not a lot of preparing. Usually I like to eat a salad. I just chop it up.
I've sprouted for years, but I've never thought to make hummus out of it.
It's the same way than the cooked.
I do a lot of things like broccoli and, microgreens, but I don't do lentils very often, but I do.
Oh, good. I really like the almonds. I didn't know how well it will turn out.
There's a brand that their whole thing is almond hummus, and they're popular.
Oh, okay.
Bitchin' hummus.
Okay.
So you figured it out. They figured it out a long time ago that the almonds make a great hummus base.
Oh, yeah. Technically, all kinds of seeds.
This is a funny story. Years ago, my little granddaughter a science project, and so I usually have sprouts going in different stages. So I started out with just the raw, and then I gave her some that were about halfway through, and then some fully sprouted. And she did all of the research on it and the write-up, and she got an A.
Oh, very good.
Yeah, so that was her science project. She waited a little too long to do it, so it was like last minute. So.
All right, I'm gonna finish it up. If you are watching it from the live stream, please come down if you want to try it. Otherwise, goodbye and goodbye to my YouTube. I'm also recording it on my YouTube. That's why. So if you want to watch future lectures or past lectures, it will be on my YouTube. Bye, everyone.